Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you are here watching this new vlog. And as you can see, I got some drone footage of my house. Yes, I am now the proud owner of a drone with a camera. Oh, it's amazing. And as you can see, I can control it without using a remote. I can give it orders to fly in a certain way and it will do it for me. It's pretty awesome. It used to be my dad's, but now I have it, and let me show it to you. I flew it in front of my security camera on my house, and so these were two cameras filming each other. It's pretty awesome. So this vlog, I will be using my drone to give you all the updates on the build of my shed. And as you can see here, this is the current state of the shed. This is where I left off last vlog. I got all the plastic on it and all the seams are sealed. So today, me and my dad are gonna work together making the roof. Yes, it is time to put the roof on the shed, and I parked the quadcopter in the sky, and so we can now film us making all the beams for the roof. This was quite some work. We had a lot of beams that we had to divide in halves so that we can make the roof struts or the ribs of the roof, or whatever you want to call it, the structural part of the roof. Now, of course, we need to know how steep the roof is going to be. We don't want it too shallow because then too much snow will stay on top of the roof. And we don't want it too steep because they will take too much material and the roof will get too tall. So we are currently working to find that sweet spot where what is the great angle for the roof. So my dad and I just measure and put wooden beams just with clamps for now, just to see what tilt we want on our roof. This was a lot of work, a lot of talking back and forth, and I think we arrived at a quite nice tilt of a roof. It became a little bit taller than I thought I wanted it to be, but as a bonus that gave us some extra storage space up in the roof. And you know, one of the bonuses of having a new quadcopter is that I now finally get to film some of the wildlife that I regularly see around my house. Here there were 2 deer in the morning around my house. They were just grazing around and I decided to see if I can film them. Isn't my house beautiful in the middle of the forest over there? Anyway, back to work. As you can see, we have put the rest of the roof ribs on top of the shed. It's starting to look really good if I say so myself. Every little step just brings us a little bit closer. It's amazing that small weird things just make it look so much more complete. The next step is putting plywood sheets on the roof, and sadly this is where my video file got corrupted. Yes, I don't know why that happened, but I missed a lot of footage here putting sheets on top of the roof. It would have been so great to see. Luckily we didn't miss too much, so let's not dwell on the little footage I lost. And here you can see us putting more OSB sheets on top of the shed, and it's pretty amazing seeing a roof actually starting to exist on top of this shed. Oh man, I really loved doing this step. It felt like I am getting closer to completion of this shed. One of the goals I had is having this thing snow tight before winter comes, and the roof certainly helps a lot with that. Standing victorious after a long day's work on top of my newly created roof, It was such a nice feeling. But the next day I had to remove the plastic because it had rained during the night. We had to put some plastic on top of the roof just to protect it a little bit. It should have been fine without the plastic, but I just like some extra protection. Well, I don't know what you call it, but this day was the day of putting asphalt paper. Is that the name, asphalt paper? Asphalt, I'm not sure, but it's that kind of stuff that keeps moisture from getting inside. We put this on top of the roof, we seal it nicely, we nail it down, and we start at the bottom and then overlap it towards the top so that water runs down and cannot get into it. This was a difficult task. This was a difficult task because it was very warm that day, meaning that all the asphalt paper was very soft. We actually ripped some pieces off, which we didn't intend to rip off, but luckily my dad had some asphalt glue left over from his project that we could use to seal it back up again. With this step done, the roof is now actually watertight. Oh, that is so amazing. But this is not where we stop. I wanted a metal roof, and luckily I got some metal sheets from a colleague that gave them to me. I had to pay for some of them, but I also got a nice portion of them for free. But a metal roof is so much better, and now you can see what I meant when I said that we have 3 layers of water tightness on the roof. It's a little bit overkill for a garden shed, but I rather do it extra well so that this building can survive for years to come. And yes, these metal plates were second-hand. They had already been part of a roof of a building that has been decommissioned or demolished, which meant that a lot of these metal sheets already had holes in them. So we plugged all the holes with some silicone kit and then made all the roof panels to size and then screwed them on there. And of course, again, working from the bottom towards the top, so there's overlap and the water runs down them nicely. Sadly, I didn't film the roof being all done, but the very next step is me and Frida. You can see us putting up some plastic on the inside walls. This is not to protect the walls because there are barely any walls in there. This is to protect all the things that are standing against the walls on the floor there, because I wanted to paint the inside of the roof. I wanted to be nice and white, and I borrowed my parents' paint gun. This is a nice paint gun where you just put in whatever paint you want to use and you can spray it. Sadly, this process didn't work out the way I wanted. The spray was not working at all. Something with the types of wood that we got, not willing to absorb any paint. But yeah, it was worth a try, and it was a lot of work for nothing, but I'll just have to do it later with the traditional way of using a brush and a roller. Well, that's enough for the voiceover for now. Sorry that I haven't been talking to you guys, but I've put some of the siding on it. As you can see, we're putting on red planks. We're doing it the exact same as the house. And yeah, there's also insulation on the inside. So that is turning out pretty well. Yeah, I haven't been talking to you guys personally like this because this is a big project. It takes a lot of time. And I just wanted to get to work, you know? I just wanted to get going. I don't want to stop every time to talk to you guys while filming. But there you go. That's as far as I have gotten for today. But I am liking how far it's getting.
make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next vlog. And don't forget to subscribe.
Still recording.
I've been doing fine. I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb.